Hey you guys, it's Regan here from reganhillyer.com. I wanted to jump on and go live with you guys right now, but my internet connection had other stories at the beach. I know it's windy, but can you just check this out? 1 second. Right. How seriously beautiful is it? Oh, I'm going to take you guys for a walk because I feel like you just need to experience this Costa Rica magic which is going on right now. And what I wanted to talk to you guys about, short and sharp and brief, is I wanted to really touch on the fact that understanding and realizing this is so important. It's really the small things that count. It's the small things that matter. And I feel like there's so much said in the world around taking massive action and working really hard and doing all this stuff, and like, you're only successful if you play big and all this kind of stuff. And like, yeah, that can be true, but at the same time, what people are missing is the small pieces, and what people aren't understanding is that it is the small little things, and it's the tiny actions, and it's the things that you commit to on a daily basis that layer and layer. And I'm yet to meet a successful person, by the way, who said, you know what, Regan, my success is because I woke up one day and for one day took massive action and did nothing else for the rest of my life. Right? Like, that's just not true. That's just not a thing, right? Versus someone who says, yeah, you know what, I took massive action, but I showed up every day. I showed up every day and I committed to doing the work, and I committed to my purpose, and I committed to what is important to me, right? And so I did a post recently on this, and now it wasn't talking about successful people in general. I guess it was a little bit more of a quote-unquote spiritual post, but I was talking about the collective and the field. And long story short, I tried to put this in a very simple way. I received some information recently which could be perceived to be actually extremely complicated if we broke it down, but if we kept it really simple, then let me say it like this. Long story short, every time you do the work, every time you do your own inner work, every time you commit to doing something, regardless of how big or small or little it is, it might just be choosing to catch a negative thought in your head and flipping it to thinking something positive, right? It might be just, you know what, going out and doing one good thing and saying something nice and kind to another human. It might be deciding to give to yourself just for 5 minutes every single day, whatever that is, whatever that little step is, whatever that small piece of inner work is. Please know that you are contributing to the evolution of the planet. And I know it's so easy to go, you know what, like, it's just little me, and like, do I really make a difference? And there's so many people doing so many massive things in the world, like, how can I really contribute? Please know that every time you do the good work for yourself internally, what happens is you create a vibration, and that vibration alters the frequency of the field of the consciousness which is floating around in the world right now, and then the collective consciousness starts to shift and alter, and collective consciousness is affecting all of us in every single moment. Now, it's more concentrated in different frequencies as we move about the planet in different ways, but long story short, as you're doing your work, you're affecting that field, you're affecting that layer of consciousness. And then what this means is that when someone else wakes up, when someone else starts doing their own inner work, when someone else says, you know what, I'm just going to start thinking positive, it is easier for them to do so, because the field, the level of consciousness supports them in this journey. There is less resistance for them to come across. There is less for them to push against. And instead, the collective consciousness supports them. Why? Because it's more used to this vibration. Are you getting this? And so think about this, right? Let's say you commit to doing just one tiny little small thing, which creates good in the world right now. Let's say you commit to doing one thing, which is going to start rocking, shifting, accelerating, upgrading, up-leveling your inner world, just one thing. Let's say you do that thing for, I don't know, 2 minutes a day, 3 minutes a day, 5 minutes a day if you go all out, right? You're making a difference. You are completely changing the world with that one thing. And then what happens if someone else does another one thing? And then someone else does another one thing. And then someone sees those people doing that one thing and they get inspired to do their one thing as well. Oh my gosh, all of a sudden we have movement. All of a sudden we have a momentum movement of people committing to doing the work on a massive scale. We have a movement of people that piece by piece are changing the world. They're altering the field. They're piercing it. They're shifting the collective consciousness, and they're making it easier for the people who go next. So you might have heard the expression, leaders go first. And this is my challenge for you for 2018. Where are you going to step up and lead? Where are you going to choose to be a better leader from the inside out? Because it's up to you. It starts and it finishes with you. And if you're sitting around waiting for someone else to do your inner work, it's just not going to happen. And on that note, on this theme of it's all the small stuff which counts, I am so beyond proud of so many of you guys. You would have seen that Wampa and I have been on a mission recently to educate over 500 children and do this before the 4th of January. We're nearly there. We're so close. We're so close. And we've been talking about it and posting about it, and you guys have been blowing up. You know, we kicked this off with a substantial donation and we set the bar for you guys, and you guys have been showing up. So I'm going to post the link below, up, down, sideways, somewhere around this video. And if you guys feel called, then you can make a small donation. It's $75 to give one child education for a year. And all I'm challenging you to do is educate 2. And in exchange, you'll receive a powerful 7-day manifestation training that Wampa and I will take you through from the 4th of January for 7 days. So it's not even just about contributing, you actually get to receive as well, which is really, really, really cool. And I think this is such a beautiful example of so many people coming together, just giving a little bit, doing something good, putting that vibration out into the field, and then collectively we make this massive shift. So I love you, I'm proud of you, I see you, I honor you. If there's someone who needs to see this message, please tag them below. Share this message if you vibrate with it, and contribute if you feel like this is the right time for you to do something good and to really make a difference in this world, starting with the small stuff and starting with you. I love you, and of course remember, you absolutely can have it all. Mwah.